Keep going. You got root? Both of them.
Nigga, you called her.
Huh?
I said, baby, you got her, right?
Nah, I ain't called her. I had to check this guy. I'm out to do.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Now a handoff looking right. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Play action. Now it's Lance. Rolling to his left. And now he'll let this one go deep. Back over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Here's a handoff out of the gun. Room here to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's his longest run in the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
With these run-pass options, we often talk about a good quarterback and running back. Well, having a talented wide receiver helps also.
Yeah, even coming in 3rd in the discussion.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Here's Lance to throw it. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And he will have a Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
It's fresh.
Now they try the right side here, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
From the 5, 2nd and 4. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I was dozing off for like the past hour and a half. Kept dozing off. I was dozing off like the past hour and a half.
And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Now the try here for the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Up to midfield. The 30. 10. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Ravens. Well, there you go. They gave up a score to start the game, and as quick as they could get it back, they did on the return.
And people talk about this all the time, whether you're coaching it, whether you're trying to work on it, whether you're just trying to put in the minds of your players. Attack back as fast as you can after giving up a score. No quicker way than on a kick return.
Tucker with the extra point. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
J.C. Horn up to make the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off of play action, here's Lance. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to look deep for more. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Here's a quick throw out wide by Lance, complete. Space to run past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
The Vikings with the football here to begin the second quarter. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Lance now to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Again, they'll throw it with Lance. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Ravens force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football. Because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Barkley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Jabari Zuniga with a stop.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great effort there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
A first down carry for Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
What?
Picked off at about the 31.
No.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
On play action, Lance.
The light on, too.
They'll roll him out right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Ravens are going to take over once again with a football at the 20-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easy.
He's got a man, complete. They find some open field here. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mike Williams, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Second down.
It's inside here.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a play fake. Lance. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on second down. Lance. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Throwing is Lance on third down. Flush to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Lance going to throw toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Another shot from the 9 on second and goal. To throw, it's Lance. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we've just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running play.
It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 21-14. So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps. But above all, Play your game.
Now Saquon Barkley. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
Now I'm woke because I'm playing this game. And I gotta win. Man, no way this nigga just did that shit.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 40.
I'm about to get off after this game. I gotta play it because it's a league.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways.
I mean, I'd rather me losing than the computer.
Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
I feel like I can beat him.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And that's going to bring up a third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
I'm so tired.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
Go ahead, go for it.
No.
Okay.
I got you.
They're going to try and throw. He's going deep for Brown. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Snags it for the pick. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances.
Oh, wide open, complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And exactly how fast was he going? According to Next Gen Stats, 21.7 miles per hour. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me.
This is caught inside the 15. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. Tucker with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Taken from about the 12. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 68 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. And now they'll throw with Lance. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Now Lance. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by J.C. Horn. There he goes, right side.
You thought you had it.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick 6 and a Raven touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defender turning into an offensive player as soon as the ball hits his hands, and off he goes, off to the races, and into the end zone.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that will tie our game here in the 3rd. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Take it in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there out of the running game. On 1st down, Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Byron Murphy. And the Ravens are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So it'll be a change of possession on the turnover when we get back. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Back to throw here. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the Vikings are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, The NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep for more. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. A big play there for Minnesota. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down and 3. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. With another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the interception by the Vikings D leads to a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And boy, another ill-advised throw there, as that will wind up incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Flush to his right. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And mark him down all the way inside the Minnesota 10. From their own territory, an incredible play on 4th down. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an eye violation, had their eyes in one place, and allowed the deep ball behind them.
A loss of 2 there, 2nd down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a 1-score game. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 170 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Hands it off out of the gun. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40.
That's exactly what they were looking for. If they get another gain like that, they'll be right there in field goal range.
And the tension building. Lance now on 1st down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught. He got it. It's a touchdown, and forget overtime. Barring a miracle, they're going to win this thing in regulation.
And that score in this time frame, that's like a big reveal at the end of a great movie, isn't it? Out of nowhere, almost, it appears. They get it done. How about that score?
The finishes like this is why we love sports. This is why we love the game of football.
So glad that we got to be here to watch this one.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's into the end zone. Unbelievable. A defensive collapse on the final play, and Charles Aiken tie it with a PAT.
I cannot believe that. Well, there's no doubt they just seized the momentum with that one. They can go ahead and kick the extra point here and ride that home wave on into overtime.
And now the decision is to go for two. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And the Vikings are going to hang on the final play. They get the turnover to seal this football game. Well, this one was certainly one to remember. At the end, they get the touchdown. Thinking they're going to go for the PAT to tie it. They went for the win. Charles had guts to call it, but it didn't come to fruition.
And I know the actual call happened right here at this game, but it really happened during the week where the head coach told himself, in a situation like this, we're going for the win. They didn't get it, but he had conviction in what he was doing.
So you think those moments often premeditated?
I think they have to be, because if you rely on everything to come to you during the heat of battle, you often make more mistakes. And I think he felt like he had the team that could win, and he wanted to go for it every time.